How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. We also got to put in the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. So just know when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. So today we're going to be talking about SOS and EBON, which showed some strong performance in the market today. But before we get started, of course, I got to go over the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below in the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're considering to take a position in any of these stocks, maybe one of these stocks, I suggest you watch the entire video or watch what is going to be more fit for you. So the first thing we're going to be going over is a technical analysis, taking a look at the price action. We do this on a consistent basis because we want to be able to see, hey, how's it looking? Is it looking bullish or is it looking bearish in regards to the overall pattern, and how is it lining up with our indicators? And then secondly, what we're going to be taking a look at are the recent institutional ownership. We want to know, have institutions been buying shares or have they been ignoring shares? And this is going to be for the both of them. And then when all of that is done, I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts. So let's get into it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for SOS. So it ended up closing the day at $3.60, being up 6.82% on the day. On the low, it tested $3.40, then on the high, testing $3.68. So taking a look, we want to see how it lines up with our indicators. So right now, it is below the 200-day. It is riding right on that 100-day at 362. As you can see in the post-market, we're at 363. But hey, we did close below it by 2 cents. No big deal. And also looking at the 21-day EMA, of course, we are looking strong because that's at $3.38. So what we are looking forward to from SOS is a reversal of this bearish pattern that we have been used to, and looking forward to a bullish movement. I was telling you guys that I want to see that $4 level sometime before mid-June, and it's definitely looking like we're going to be getting there, getting to that high around that $3.68 level, and then closing at 360 is good to see. So the next levels as far as resistance is concerned is looking out for this $3.80 level or 382. Once we're able to get past that, no doubt in my mind we can look forward to seeing that move to 395 and then testing that area of resistance and also a psychological level of $4. So taking all of this into consideration, I'm still sticking to my hypothesis in the sense of SOS getting to $4 before mid-June. So we're now on Fintel. We're going to be taking a look at the recent institutional ownership, so recent institutional buys for SOS. So as we scroll down on the page, green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. And as you can see here, there are no recent positions being made from institutions. The last three, we have Citadel here going with calls and puts and also purchasing shares, which was back on May the 21st. So that is something that is good to know. We see institutions are definitely playing the wait and see approach, probably looking to see how the stock performs further before going in with another investment. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for EBON. So let's see how it closed on the day. So it ended up closing at $3.41, being up almost 18%. You know what? We're going to say it is up 18% on the day. On the low, it tested $2.89. Then on the high, testing $3.58. So one of the things that we want to take a look at is how is it lining up on our indicators here. So it is below the 200-day, but hey, we are looking strong above the 21-day EMA and as well as the 100-day. So EBON is looking really good. Also, I do want to put this on your radar so you do keep in mind of the fact EBON is getting into that overbought territory, but that's okay. We want to see a continuation of this bullish trend, so the RSI being where it's at shouldn't be too big of a concern because we're looking for a recovery here. We've seen EBON has been in a bearish pattern for quite some time, so this is where I'm looking forward to seeing some upside. Do keep in mind of the fact we hit that high of 358. So another area to also keep in mind is that we want to get to $4, and I talked about this previously previously on many different occasions. But before we get to 4, resistance areas to actually look out for will be right around here, around 378, and also taking into consideration around this area here, right around 357, 360. Once we pass these particular areas with a lot of volume and buying pressure, then there's no doubt in my mind we should get to that $4 level. And I'm going to be actually looking out for $4 sometime this week. Yes, I am calling it for sometime this week. I have the same overall focus of seeing it get to $4 before mid-June, very similar to how I look at with SOS, but at the same time, I feel like there's enough momentum in this stock, and they also did put out a press release talking about, hey, as far as the China bans and so forth, it has no impact on their business. So I think investors are confident they're going to start loading up. So let's look forward to seeing that $4 sometime this week, or sticking to my original hypothesis of it being before the middle of the month of June. So we're on Fintel, and we're going to be taking a look at the recent institutional ownership for EBON. We want to see if institutions have been buying up shares as of late. So green rows indicate new positions, while red rows indicate closed positions. And the last positions we have here are from May the 28th, which we've already covered on this channel. So it's kind of the same for SOS as well. No institutions have been loading up in regards for today. Since the 28th was last week on the Friday, we have seen institutions have loaded up on EBON. So this is definitely good to see. Like I was saying before previously, this is just another tool in the toolbox. So for my final thoughts for SOS and EBON, it was definitely great seeing the performance that they had inside the market today, especially for EBON. One thing we got to take notice of when we were taking a look at the institutional ownership for EBON, the last time institutions bought in was on the 28th, which we covered on this channel. They did also end up releasing a statement saying, hey, as far as China's ban on cryptocurrency and transactions and so forth, it does not have any impact on them whatsoever. So I felt like that really did give a lot of investor confidence that led to this run that we ended up seeing today. Do keep in mind of the fact there was no recent institutional buys that went down on June the 1st when I was on Fintel. But for the most part, I'm going to stick to my estimates of seeing EBON get to $4 before mid-June, and I wouldn't be surprised if it happens before the end of this week. In regards to SOS, we haven't been seeing any recent institutional activity for SOS. The last we've seen was from Citadel, so I'm not too surprised about that either. We saw institutions were loading up before. I really do see that they're trying to take a patient approach. They want to see where this is going to go, and there will be no doubt in my mind, even when it starts to run up even further, they're probably going to start putting in short positions due to the fact that these were things that they were doing in the past, and it is a Chinese stock. Do keep in mind for both of these stocks, yes, since they are Chinese stock, they don't have the most positive of market sentiment, unfortunately, but hey, that is okay because we already know the long-term potential for both of them. We believe that when Bitcoin hits 100K or even close to that, whether it's going to be at the end of this year or next year, these stocks will benefit. We also do know that SOS has been putting in a lot of work when it comes to their crypto mining business. And the fact that EBON is still kind of giving out that update on the Friday, which was one of the things we were waiting for, and we ended up getting the momentum that we actually saw today, was good. We're also seeing that the market is showing some sign of recovery. A lot of tech stocks got beat really hard, and a lot of them are recovering, and this is part of the reasons why it was an expectation to see it for both of these stocks as well. So like I normally say, we have to continue to be patient. I still have my position. I ain't planning on selling because I know what I hold, and I know what it's worth, and it's part of the reasons why I'm deciding to hold out. So whatever your strategy is, I'll just make sure you follow it to the T, and it's something that works well for you. Again, there's going to be a lot of volatility. We already know this is also impacted by the crypto space. So taking all of this into consideration, hey, I'm still going to stick to my estimates. I want to see $4 at least from both of these stocks by mid-June. Let's get it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll talk soon.